What's this? You do this. I try to go with the red lip liner. That don't really work too well for me. And my eyebrows coming off. Or whatever. It's been a rainy day. It's hoodie season. We're just making it do what it do, little daddy. I definitely need to get the little mic. That little mic. Get the little fuzzy mic. The soft, that's the soft life mic. If this reaches you in time before it's too late, it ain't gonna be too late. So apologize, girl. Yeah. All right, we're at Green Spaces today. It's hoodie season. We got the hoodie here. I need to get some better hoodies. I want to get a blue one with the marker on the front. A little line. I really don't want to make any hoodies or clothes, but I feel like we're just getting to the point where we gotta do everything, but I really don't want to do everything. But time is of the essence, so. And I know it's not gonna work that way. I mean, I don't know. All right, so I'm in this Agent Blazer Salesforce path journey road, and a part of this super badge is Apex, and I need help. I really have not studied the phonetic, the phonics of how these methods are written, and translating the language of this template to what it's supposed to mean, what that means for the platform. It's giving, no say. So I'm also testing out ChatGPT's coding ability. Now I see in Agent Force that there is some pretty, significant features that can really help with project build for Salesforce configurations. It's being a consultant, and my knowledge is what I'm packaging, producing, and selling. There is this almost gatekeeping line that I'm trying to figure out of what to say, how to say it to tease people. I really don't like that part of this work. I'm not really trying to convince you. If you need help, what I am trying to do is make you aware of who I am, how I approach work, and that resonates with what you. It's not even about yes, working with me, but my focus on I in my company is the bare minimum is that the work is completed and completed well. And well as a top priority, it's with care, and that it achieves the aligned goals set by the project. The mission for EVI Labs and how I work is that project that we're helping to build and implement within teams and organizations, it moves the needle, it drives the impact. At a goal is it meets current roadmap goals, The mission is that it brings in revenue. It's not just a cost savings, it's a revenue generating project. I personally think if you're in any type of organization, the goal is to do well so that you can continue to do projects, and you need money and resources to do that. There's a lot of great volunteer work that happens, and so sweat equity that happens in corporations. I'm like, you still give them more, not necessarily getting your value, but because you're a part of that system, you're getting some value out. So for me, when I'm working, it's about like, let's get this done well. And while I definitely understand Apex and how it's used and like what it's functioned for, I've never been so close to like having to, it's like, I don't want to do everything. Like, that is not my goal. Lord knows. That is not my goal. My goal is that I can do what I do well, and what I do well is bring teams together to succeed, to hit the mission, hit the target. And that's what we're giving. Especially as a solo entrepreneur, still a lot of the work that I do focuses on the strategy operation, because that's going to drive the most value. Especially as a consultant, where like I may be giving you solutions and scaling up these features can still support the organization for the next 5 to 10 years at least. And that's for tech operations. And when I say technology, it's like how we use computers and programmatic services to capture and process the work of the organization, whether that be a nonprofit, healthcare, small business, startup, international enterprises, international, NGOs, very at all scale. Technology is something that we have to help our work get done better, so that we can reach more people, opportunities, and projects. So taking this agent blazer, I take my time with like these certifications, and largely because I'm like, how do I apply it to my clients? How do I apply it to our organization? And where do I see this fitting in like the general kind of business operational systems of like any industry, agnostically? And then like, what specific use cases can we promote for general consumption to support, especially if it's a partner certification, like we want to highlight features and things to unblock people. But also as a consultant, like, because I sell this, it's like really trying to make sure not to give away too much of our value. But it's and we give a lot, again, I can give ideas of how organizations can use these systems just based off of like bare minimum research. And so we're definitely want to do agents from our website, so that we have the ability of helping people at like any cost point, but in exchange of the value, there are so many other benefits that we get to provide and to hone in on, and we just do our best work when it's paid. I do not do my best work when it's free. It takes longer, and that's the other thing with consulting. It's like having to be firm in the value, because sometimes it's never enough, and it's time, resources. So it's important to provide as much as possible, because it's just the nature of business, economics, governments. Things can change, natural disasters, natural opportunities, like things change daily. So, in providing resources, it's our stewardship to the world, but also, like, you know, we gotta get this money at the same damn time. So, well, so we're here. And some of the things that I see in taking this agent blazer path flow, it's just like, oh man, there's so many use cases, so many things. Like, a lot of companies like wish Salesforce could have done like a long time ago, or the expectation of, you know, honestly, like no configuration. And I know Salesforce is launching some new programs, especially for startups. One's called Launchpad. Saw that in Salesforce Bin. Shout out to that group over there in the UK. But that making it easy for Salesforce to like create even more granularly pre-configured orgs for industries to start faster, because that's just a big hurdle of getting Salesforce. And you still have to like tailor it to your processes. And so much of that, and what we'll be pushing out EBI Labs and promoting, is that supporting in that like document generation, like data model architect redesign, thinking through again current workflow and issues, but then how does that map, how does the build, how does the implementation plan impact, and what is its pathway over the roadmap for the next 5 to 10 years, and how does that tie to revenue, how does that tie to you know, other important KPIs, impact, community, customer impact. How can we do more with the systems to reduce costs, but really grow revenue, grow support, grow awareness? And in Agent Force, like, you know, documentation is going to be key. You know, I think over the last like 5 to 10 years, like data is ruled, but the way that data has been formatted has been in tables. The new AI and being able to collect every type of data, you know, I mean, that's what's been running, you know, it's not new, but it's commercialized now. And so that is my advice to every organization, is like really look at how is your culture, how are your processes, like documented and done, and what does the team think done well looks like, and how can we templatize done well, and then leverage that time back. Depending on how your organization works, time back is different for everybody, but depending on how your time works, time back means, you know, even having the systems recommend like ancillary, adjacent, derivative, and new revenue streams. Revenue, impact, engagement streams. And so a really great opportunity for small, medium businesses. And then there's some things I'm thinking of in the background of like, what does that mean for, you know, the new startups, new solo entrepreneurs, people who are trying to operationalize their work. And then the result of that, again, is how does it help them make money and build collaboration and partnership and get more projects successfully completed to really reach even more deeper philosophical goals of the organization. So yeah, get into it. That's what we're doing today.